Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. Hope you're all doing great. Hope you're having a great weekend, and welcome to this new video on Bitcoin. We'll talk about today. We'll talk a little bit about next week. We have to, of course, also for today. And in general, I'll just try to give you the best analysis I can give you on Bitcoin. The price action in the last 24 hours has been relatively neutral. I would say with a bit of a bearish tone. Especially if you take a look at altcoins. There's been a lot of altcoins that overnight during the Asian session dropped down quite significantly, and you can also see in a 1 hour time frame here that we've shifted below the trend band here, which is that gray opaque zone. Hopefully you can see that it's very opaque, so I'm not sure if the quality goes through correctly. But we dropped down into that. Now, overall, this price action was to be expected, right? I mean, yesterday we already said, we're seeing some de-risking, so we have to assume that will continue until we see some sort of proof that it has stopped. And at this point in time, still, there's no sign that it has stopped. The open interest is still shedding going into this next week, and that's for multiple reasons. I mean, obviously, if you have a lot of leverage coming into the price Thursday and Friday, then you're going to lose a lot of that, regardless of what happens the week afterwards. But then outside of that, what we also have, as you can see right here, on Wednesday is the interest rate decision and the Federal Reserve press conference, right? So that's the most important event for the U.S. monetary policy, which matters a lot. I mean, especially when you take a look at the S&P 500. So U.S. equities, which matter a lot for the price of Bitcoin as well, those being at a significant resistance zone, so we can expect some de-risking from that as well. I would assume, at least. Obviously the markets are closed right now, but therefore the de-risking that you normally see going into the weekend is strengthened a little bit. But technically we're not as bullish anymore as we were at the start of Saturday, when we were still holding this support level right here around 96,200. As you can see, that was the value area low, and we have dropped down below that, and we've also respected that breakdown. But as long as we're holding this level right here at 95,400, technically we still have a very good chance to bounce back up. Oh, excuse me. 95,400. So technically we still have a very good chance to bounce back up. However, we do need to see a strong reaction, right? So short term, what I expect for Bitcoin here is that we will pull back into that support zone. And then from there, we either need to get a strong touch immediately from that level, or, and it's an alternative scenario, but it's as bullish as just finding support there, or we need to drop down into the POC right here around 95,000, find a strong reaction there, and then reclaim 95,400. All right, then we're able to hold that breakout, and then we can rally back into 97, 98,000 perhaps, but let's stick with 97,000 for now. And then the structure holds, right? So the structure you can also see here on the 4 hour time frame, where we are basically having a slow grind up. Then it continues, and that's what we want to see. And then alternatively, and honestly, this will depend a lot on how US equities open. If we get some news, of course, the market is still very, very sensitive to news. And then last of all, if tomorrow during the US session, I said tomorrow, very strange, but if tomorrow during the US session we see some bidding coming in again, right? Last week, Monday, that wasn't the case. If we do see that this week, Monday, which 2 weeks ago it was the case, then we can easily bounce back up to 97,000. And then outside of that, Michael Saylor buys also do matter. I mean, if we hear again that he bought $1 to $2 billion worth of Bitcoin, then I would say that's quite bearish for the price, because then it probably means that he pumped up the price right here, which makes the move less valid. All right, so that's the main level. If we're unable to hold 95,400 or reclaim that from 95,000, then unfortunately I have to assume that this is a local top, and we're going to drop back down into this support zone right here at 93,700. I'll keep you updated on this. I'll try to make a middle of the day market update later today, but also on X I'll keep you updated. So hopefully I'll see you there. But for now, have a great Sunday. Take care and bye.